We have some big news coming in from Delhi NCR. Supreme Court's big order has come on the Delhi fuel ban. Remember, there is a order by the Delhi government that says from November onwards, cars that are older than 15 years, petrol cars and diesel cars that are older than 10 years will not be given any fuel. Now, the court is saying that no coercive action should be taken against the owners of old cars. And Supreme Court has said that they will be hearing this plea after 4 weeks. Joining us now is India Today's Shrishti Ojha. Shrishti, it was expected that from November onwards, these owners will not be able to fuel their cars. So, what is expected now?
What we're talking about here is a 2018 order, which had a Supreme Court's 2018 order, which had banned 10-year-old and 10-year-old diesel vehicles and 15-year-old petrol vehicles. Recently, we saw the Delhi government challenge, not just challenge, but sought reconsideration of the earlier 2018 order which banned these vehicles. The matter was taken up today, where we saw the Solicitor General appearing for the NCT of Delhi, requesting court that the court should issue notice because the issue requires reconsideration. He also shared a small example where a comparative analysis of how a person who uses his car only to go from one location to the other as compared to a person who uses a car as a cab, the amount of kilometers that car runs in 1 year would be different for different cars. The court initially said that was considering whether or not they could issue notice without hearing the other side, but they decided to issue notice in this case, also saying that the matter would be taken up after 4 weeks. But the important direction here is a huge relief in the interim for owners of 15-year-old petrol vehicles and 10-year-old diesel vehicles, because the court has clearly said that no coercive steps will be taken against these vehicles, against the owner of these vehicles, on the ground that they are 10 years or 15 years old respectively. The blanket ban that was put on these vehicles through an earlier order is what the Delhi government has questioned and challenged before the top court. It's also important that in their plea, the Delhi government has stated that a comprehensive policy, in fact, is required to take pollution in Delhi, to tackle the pollution in Delhi NCR, which gives vehicle fitness based on actual emission level of individual vehicles as the scientific methods, rather than implementing a blanket ban based solely on age. So the blanket ban aspect is what the Delhi government is questioning. Also something that the SG today appearing for the Delhi government raised before the top court, whether or not the vehicle fitness has to be determined on basis of actual emission levels, or should there be a blanket ban based solely on age. So it's an important issue which the top court would be considering once it decides to hear this matter after 4 weeks. But in the meantime, definitely a big relief for the owners of these vehicles in the interim. Back to you.
Right, absolutely, Shrishti. So, as our reporter just told us, it's not the fuel ban, not the issue of fueling these cars, but the main issue at the crux, which is whether these cars should be allowed to ply on the roads of Delhi and NCR or not.